PTTK, PTK.
I'm Raphael, Perception to Life. We started off roughly 3-4 years ago based on all the situation that was happening in the UK in terms of all the knife and gun culture. The reason why we collaborated was just to give the kids a little bit of something more. Obviously, based on what I've been doing, we've been doing creative and educational programs to engage the kids' minds and energy after school. Given the current circumstances of just how everything's going, there's so much forms of distractions through media and TV. We wanted to give them something that was a bit more deep-rooted and organic, allow them to give them a voice, also give them a platform to express themselves, but also get creative.
My name is Matthew Shobande. I'm one of the directors of STS Community Projects. We came together probably about a year now planning this project. People who's been following us for a while now understand that we've been using sports and fitness to engage with young people in the local area, but we wanted to try something a little bit different this time, and we got in contact with Raph, who's been doing amazing work with Perception to Life and all the various projects that he's been doing. And we've just been speaking about how we can come together with a program, music program, because we had this idea and an aligned vision, to be honest, of how we can basically work with young people.
It'd be nice if all of you could have a, chant saying, I will, I can, I am. It's like a positive affirmation for for your group and stuff. So I don't know who wants to go next. One of you could go next. Put headphones on. I will, I can, I am.
I can, I am, I will. Developing leaders. STS Community Project. Perception to Life. Why do I think this music workshop is needed for young people? I think it's a very good question. It gives the young people an opportunity to be able to express themselves in a creative setting. We were able to provide that space for them to do that alongside with Perception to Life, which is another youth organization. I know there's a lot of things that they can do to sort of express themselves, but sometimes taking them outside of school and bringing them in an environment whereby they can kind of take ownership of what they're learning and in some way also lead it as well to their satisfaction. I think that's something that's needed with young people of today, and this past 3 days definitely highlighted that fact.
My name is Chris, one of the co-founders of STS Community Project. We started STS Community Project in 2017, and it is a program where we facilitate soccer school, various type of sports to engage with the young people of our community of Southwark predominantly.
My name is Kojo, and my role at the Community Project Workshop was to come down and volunteer, help and support the children with music production.
Put little words and stuff.
I'm not a rapper, let me just talk.
My name is Bedwell. Yeah, my role was also to come down and volunteer for STS. I think the music workshop is needed for the young people in order to help them with their creativity, try to make them feel comfortable in a space where they can be creative. Over here, we're not just exploring the music, we're exploring all angles of your creativity and, trying to bring your full expression out in yourself. So whatever environment you're in, you can then go and apply this.
Which instrument, rather, am I trying to copy mostly when I'm doing this? Drums, exactly, yeah. So most of the sounds are drums. Obviously, you will not find a drum kit going something extra that I've added in as well. And that's what makes it beatbox rather than vocal percussion. Vocal percussion is all the drumming part because it's the vocal doing percussion. Beatbox is when you add the electronic sounds as well.
One of the reasons why we focused on a music workshop is because our heritage is music. We actually started in 2007 and we had a DVD that we created called Salute the Streets DVD. And this allowed us to showcase people from 4 corners of London. And what we showcased was young people singing, rapping, doing grime, doing poetry, and we focused on showcasing their talents. And then we produced it on a DVD, and then, we started to basically spread the word to people so they could actually know about these up-and-coming talents within London. And then fast forward to 2017, we then created STS Community Project. And as I said before, that was predominantly for sports and fitness. And now fast forward to 2023, it's now brought us to creating a music workshop for young people.
My name is Josh.
I am one of the directors of STS Community Project. The music workshop is one of the ways that participants can express themselves, and I think that's really important. As STS Community Project, we've been doing a lot of sports-focused stuff, but the focus has never been just on sports or making better footballers, making better boxers or basketballers. The aim has always been about developing leaders, and that's not confined to any one sport. So we're about building community, and music is an amazing way to bring people together. We can teach people skills, and we can bring people together in one place, and they can work on something, collaborate on something together, and by the end of it, there's a shared creation. And so I think that's a really powerful thing.
The main first sound on the drum kit, that I'd probably tell you this is how we do it, is the kick drum, the one that's down there. And we do that in beatbox land with a sharp outward letter P sound, right? Easy as that, and then you try and do as much pressure as you can to make it louder. Then next sound is the hi-hat. The hi-hat we do with a T, or a T with some S's, or an SH, or a CH. So for example, sound 3 is the snare. The snare at the start is a hard outward letter K. So
my name is Tisha. I'm one of the members of STS Community Project and one of the project coordinators for the music project. I think music workshops are needed for young people because it's a way to bring young people together. I think a lot of young people also have a massive interest in music, so to have the opportunity to be amongst artists who have broken into industry and to have the opportunity to get studio space and collaborate with other artists, I think is really unique and something that's not offered a lot, especially for that age group. So I think it's really important and a great thing to kind of get young people involved in doing this, to express themselves in whatever form works for them.
I got into playing the bass because I was in primary school and I wanted to be in a band, you know. And then my twin brother already played guitar, so I was like, alright, I'll just play bass. But then ended up like really digging the bass lines, like listening to like the Gorillas and stuff like that, learning the bass lines. But then I realised, oh wow, I could actually do this for the rest of my life as a career. So I was like, okay, let me take this seriously now. And with that, yeah, you could.
The reason I think music workshops are needed for young people especially is because as a kid it did so much for me. It allowed me to release my creative dynamic in a lot of ways, but also it related to what I was going through at the times I was going through at the times those things were happening. And for a lot of young people as well, it's a very good baseline to express themselves.
Reggaeton, drill, for example. Certain types of dancehall, for example, when it gets to the really dance bit, it's just as simple, it's just like the bass that's carrying, but the rhythm would be like a. Because my voice isn't very deep, I will add the bass eventually, so I'll change it to. It's all about listening to these genres of music and then going from there. If I'm doing old country music, I might use that. Alright, a bit louder.
In order to make this music project happen, we needed to get funding, and we're really grateful for the volunteers that we had. The funding that we actually did was last year. We did Tough Mudder, which was amazing. We all did 10K and then got support and fundraising for this. I was particularly keen to do this because I think it's a great way involving exercise and kind of thinking about health, but also managing to get money for this community project and getting the support of the community. So we had a lot of parents.
I am Midday Nike, and you can find me at Midday, MIDE, Nike, NAIKE, and it's the same everywhere. You can find me on every app. Today's been a really good day. I think it's been very productive and hopefully eye-opening for these young people. I think creative arts is something that is always getting tested by the new times, and we're seeing people creating things synthetically, but it's really good to see that young people still want to do things authentically and want to learn how to get to the really deeper depths of music. If everyone says eh, just the letter E, eh. Now say it high, eh. Louder, eh. Louder, eh. Louder, eh. 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 Take it really high, eh. Make it sound like a chipmunk. Cool. Now say the word error in the same voice. Now take the word error, you've thrown it against the wall over there and it's come back, okay? Like that. Now throw it twice. Now when it comes back, when it lands back, say ah at the end. Just ah, okay? Ah. Ah. This works best, when you're talking, it works best with words that begin with A, E, I, O, or U. So, for example, we have that, it's because we're scratching the start of the name. Eric. And then you could do that, for example, we have today, Eric. 1, 2, 3, Eric. And then you're in. Thank you very much, Eric, for your time.
My name is Basil, I'm 16 and I've come from Tottenham.
My name is Tisha, I'm 15 years old.
My name's Frank, I'm 16. On day one, I learned a lot about sampling and how music production has been improving and how people's views have changed throughout the years.
The workshop was fun. It was fun to learn more about, for example, the beatboxing stuff and just talk about, the music.
In day one, there was a guy who did the beatboxing, and it was really cool to see when he was beatboxing. We did music production, and that was also nice because I don't know how to do it at home.
The beatboxing was cool, and the bass. I guess because we were actually making music, I wasn't doing the beatboxing really, but I guess because we were doing the music.
The music workshop was quite interesting. A speaker was invited to teach us about our vocals and how we can improve them. And after the singing practice, we moved over to the studio where I collaborated with 2 other people to orchestrate a beat, and I would say that went quite well.
The people were nice, were great energy from the staff, and yeah, like I said, the food, the chicken was really good.
The producers taught us how to put in separate one-shots to fully create a beat and how to record in, me playing on the keys and then making it all sound nice in the end.
And day 2, the singing coach, she told me how to project my voice more.
I learned how to better collaborate with others, and I'm hoping to take this into the real world and use it.
In day 3 music workshop, we did more music production. I like to make my own beats. I think I'd like to do more than music production again, because I have lots of songs and ideas that I want to make. I think the thing I enjoyed the most in the 3-day session was doing the music production, because I like to create music in my spare time, and it was good to do it with other people.
What could be improved on would probably be just the parts where we're talking quite a lot. Probably a bit more hands-on.
Yeah, I love the calls, man. The melody's mine.
Can, I will, I am. Can, I will, I am.
Tisha, Corey, Frank, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Our aim when we started this project on Friday was for you guys to leave here feeling as though you've creatively expressed yourself. We hope that you managed to do that over this 3-day period, and obviously we've got some parting gifts for you guys to go away on a USB with the tracks and the stuff that you guys have made, and you guys can go home and obviously listen to it and hopefully build on top of it in your own free time, in your own spare time as well. One of the things that has really impressed me over the past 3 days from all of you, I know there's quite a few, some of the people that are not here today, is the amount of talent. Hopefully you guys can take it even further than what you've done here today. So well done.
Now I just want to add as well, I want to say first of all, thank you for taking your time out to come down here. Obviously, we know it's summer holidays, you could have been doing thousands of things. But it's to be here, to show up, and also to create and leave with something magical is beautiful to see. Well, like when you first started, yeah, obviously you lot didn't know us, but you lot have grown so much in the last 3 days from my experience of seeing you guys, and you've literally tapped into your creative dynamic even more. You know what I mean? And I want you to be proud of yourself and understand, look, this is you. You know, this is the potential you have inside of you. And if you try and you work on it, stay consistent, you're going to change the world. You know what I mean? So all I'm going to say is, guys, I'm proud of you. Continue shining. And like what Matthew was saying, when we initially created this, all we wanted was for you lot to take something back, back from this. So all I'm going to say is thank you anyway, you guys. And thank the team as well.
And what we have is, so we got some certificates. So what name you got there?
We got Corey.
Corey, come up.
Corey.
Well done. That's for you. And here's your USB with your music on it. There you go. Music on the keys.
Yeah, weird. Yeah.
This is being brought together by STS Community Project and Perception to Life, which has been going for a little while. But we literally could not have done this without the facilitators, amazing facilitators who have come through over the last few days. We said thank you to each one of them as they kind of come through, but I just want to say a big thank you now. First to Bedwell.
Come on, big Bedwell.
One of the things that I've noticed is that we've done this 3-day program, and this is like our last day, and it's been amazing. We've seen that the young people are very receptive to the program. They're very interactive with the program. We've had singing coaches, we've had producers come through, we've had rapping coaches come through as well. And this is a collaboration as well. It's not only STS Community Project, this is a collaboration with Perception to Life, with Spotlight, and we're doing this in Peckham levels. So, you know, for us, it's really home to us because most of us that's from STS Community Project, we actually live and we went to school in Peckham. So for us to give back to the community is something that is very dear to our hearts.
Funding is not the main thing, but funding is everything, because without funds, we can't, you know, get spaces like this. But at the same time as well is more people knowing about what we do.
I think it's really important for community projects to collaborate, just because you can achieve so much more together than you can alone. So in working with one or two or even more organisations, it means that you can pull more funding. It also means that you can share resources and kind of do better things and bigger things for all the young people involved.
More funding is needed, more exposure is needed, because we have some great facilitators, people that know what they're doing, you know, the passion, the drive, and the qualifications, you know, to back up what they do is here. So for me, it's just more exposure and acknowledgement for what these guys do.
This 3-day workshop, I think, has been a really interesting learning experience for the participants, but also for us. And I think it's been effective, but I think what we'd love to do going forward is to kind of streamline the organisation of it. So we kind of know now what works and what doesn't work so well. I think it would be amazing if we could kind of not do 3 days in one day, but within one day they've already created something, and then the second day they can come and do it again.
Some of the workshops maybe could have been more interactive, just to keep engagement up from everyone involved, as sometimes if there's a workshop, say, on drumming, and then there's only one drummer in the room and 5 singers. So I think just making sure that everyone's engaged all the time. Lastly, I just think advertising for a bit longer. We kind of just assumed when people hear free music project that everyone would be on board. But I think advertising and putting that out in the community and to parents and getting out and about and actually speaking to young people, I think would gain a lot more traction, and then we'd be able to pick the people that we really think would benefit from a project like this.
For me personally, like the young version of Chris, if I had this project back in the day, I think this would really help me in terms of building up my self-esteem. I think secondly, it'll help me with my confidence. I think also it'll allow me to think outside the box and to be a bit more creative, because I know the younger version of me was so fixated on football. I think if they had a program like this, I think it would have challenged me in a positive way, especially to really express myself in ways that I haven't done before. Organizations should start thinking more about creating innovative ideas and concepts to bring young people together and get them expressing themselves.
We're not doing anything new here. To be able to collaborate with another project and the importance of coming together and, brainstorming and bringing our knowledge or resources together, it helped to deliver a quality for the young people whereby they can really benefit from. And as I said, there's just strength in numbers. There's aspects that we are able to do as STS Community Project, and there are aspects that Perception to Life was able to deliver and help us with as well. And, bringing that together, both of us together to work with the young people definitely helped to elevate the quality of the sessions that we were delivering to the young people that turned up.
So one of the challenges that we've continually come up against in the 5 years as STS Community Project is the use of space. So one of the biggest outgoing costs is the hiring of space. When we run football programs, boot camps, we're always looking for spaces to hire, and a lot of the resources goes towards that. And one of the challenges with this music project was actually finding an appropriate space, one which is good enough, high enough quality, where it's a really positive experience for the participants. But then one that is actually makes sense financially. So we're grateful to Spotlight First Studios who have supported us with this, and we're incredibly grateful for all the people who have contributed to our fundraising project, where we went out and did Tough Mudder. And this is a collective, a crowd-funded experience where this couldn't have happened without a contribution from lots and lots of different people. So that's a really important thing. And going forward, we'd love to continue to collaborate with studios like this who are interested in really nurturing local communities, not just getting the highest rate, and being able to use this space for something good, something fulfilling, something that long term is really beneficial to the communities that we're based in.